Hello, and welcome to Stages, a legacy in review. Take a moment to note the fire exits closest to you in case of an emergency. We ask that each of you take a moment to turn your phones completely off and refrain from flash photography and video recording. We thank you for supporting accessible theater in your community. And now, Rethink Theatrical presents Stages, a legacy in review.
Broadway. It hasn't always been the million-dollar spectacle we expect to see today. We have come a long way over the years. But how did we get to our founding fathers rapping on stage? Tonight, we are going to explore this bucket. There are hundreds of shows we could have chosen, and each have impacted theater audiences for generations. Performing all of the shows in our entirety would take years, and we don't have that kind of time. So instead, we've condensed this review to capture the legacy of the American Broadway stage. Broadway has a colorful history, stemming back into light opera, burlesque, vaudeville, musical comedy, and then came Showboat. It has been said that there are two eras of musical theater, before Showboat and after Showboat. Written by Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein in 1927, Showboat was the first to tell an American drama through music.
There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I like to be. What does he care if the world's got troubles? What does he care if the land ain't free? Old man river, that old man river, he must know something, but don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, he keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plant some is soon forgotten. But old man river, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bale, you get a little drunk and you land in jail. I get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living and scared of dying. But old man river, he just keeps rolling along.
It's 1930. A woman comes into the spotlight who the New Yorker describes as imitative of no one. Ethel Merman performs George and Ira Gershwin's Girl Crazy with a smash hit that will launch her and the famous Broadway belting technique to stardom.
Days can be sunny with never a sigh. Don't need what money can buy. Birds in the trees sing.
It's 1934. Oh, here she is again.
Ethel Merman stars in Cole Porter's Anything Goes. Yet, she's not the only highlight of this piece. Dance now takes a major shift, moving from elegance to a slightly more audible routine.
Times have changed, and we've often rewound the clock since the Puritans got a shock when they landed on Plymouth Rock. If today any shock they should try to stem, instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would land on them. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good authors, too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words. Writing prose, anything goes. If driving fast cars you like, if low bars you like, if old hymns you like, if bare limbs you like, if Mae West you like, or me undressed you like, why nobody will oppose. When every night the set that's smart is intruding in nudist parties and studios, anything goes. When Mrs. Ned McLean, God bless her, can get Russian red to yes her, then I suppose anything goes. When Rockefeller still can hoard enough money to let Max Gordon produce his shows, anything goes. The world has gone mad today, and good's bad today, and black's white today, and day's night today, and that gent today you gave a cent today once had several chateaus. When folks who still can ride in jitneys find out Vanderbilts and Whitneys lack baby clothes, anything goes. Just think of what shocks you got, and what knocks you got, and what blues you got from the news you got, and what pain you got, if any praise you got from those little radios. And though I'm not a great romancer, I know that I'm bound to answer when you propose. Anything goes. Anything goes.
There is nothing as American as a tap dance routine. It's hard to escape a great dance when you're looking at Broadway's history, and why would you want to? On Your Toes by Rodgers and Hart is something completely different. While musical comedies were generally taking a backseat to more serious art forms, On Your Toes marries two dance styles together: Broadway hooping and classical ballet.
I'd like to orchestrate it myself. I'd start with the piano. Then I'd sneak in a trumpet solo. Then the wire brush softly. Throw in the hi-hat. And then the dancers would track.
And I'd sing the song. See the pretty apple top of the tree, the higher up the sweeter it grows. Picking fruit you gotta be up on your toes. See the pretty penthouse top of the roof, the higher up the higher rent goes. Get that dough, don't be a goof, up on your toes. They climb the clouds to come through with their mail. The dancing crowds look up to some rare mail, like that a stair mail. See the pretty lady top of the crop, go on and all the way the wind blows.
Rodgers and Hart's musicals don't just feature dancing, of course. In their latest show, Pal Joey, they introduce a new star to the stage. A man who can melt any heart with a smooth tenor voice, also known as the crooner.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I never learned to spell, at least not well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I never learned to count a great amount. But my busy mind is burning to use what learning I've got. I won't waste any time. I'll strike while the iron is hot. If they ask me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, and the world would never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. And the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers of friends.
March 31st, 1943. Lights up at the St. James Theater. A solitary voice carries over the stage. Do you recognize the tune?
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Oklahoma launches Broadway into the golden age. According to Stephen Sondheim, a little nobody who we might mention later, it's the first time a story is told through its music, not with its music. And according to Hammerstein, there are few things in life of which I am certain, but I am sure of this one thing, that the song is the servant of the play.
What you got in your hamper?
It's just some old meat pies and apple jelly. Nothing like what Gertie Cummins has in her basket.
Hey, you really thinking of driving to the box social with that Judd fella tonight?
Reckon so. Why?
Oh, nothing. It's just everybody seemed to expect me to take you is all.
Then maybe it's just as well you ain't. We don't want people talking about us, do we?
You think they do talk about us, though?
You know how they air. Like a swarm of mud wasps, always got to be buzzing about something.
And what is it that they're saying? That you're stuck on me, right?
Uh-huh. Most of the talk is that you're stuck on me.
Now, I can't imagine how these ugly rumors get started.
Me neither.
Why do they think of stories that link my name with yours?
Why do the neighbors gossip all day behind their doors?
I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you. Don't throw bouquets at me. Don't please my folks too much. Don't laugh at my jokes too much. People will say we're in love.
Don't praise my charm too much. Don't
It's 1946, and the soldiers are back from fighting in World War II. The United States government's starting to worry that women will never leave their jobs in the factories that they took on while the boys were away. So shows like Kiss Me Kate and Annie Get Your Gun do their part to convince women to return to domestic life. In Annie Get Your Gun, Irving Berlin and Dorothy Fields give the American people a rowdy cowgirl starring, you guessed it, Ethel Merman, who gives up her illustrious sharpshooter career for a guy. But she doesn't go down easily.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can be, I can be greater. Sooner or later, I'm greater than you.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I can shoot a partridge with a single cartridge.
I can get a sparrow with a bow and arrow.
I can live on bread and cheese.
And only on that?
Yes.
So can a rat.
Anything you can sing, I can sing higher.
I can sing any note higher than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Anything you can buy, I can buy cheaper. I can buy anything cheaper than you.
50 cents?
40 cents.
30 cents?
20 cents.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Anything you can say, I can say softer.
I can say anything softer than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I can drink my liquor faster than a flicker.
I can drink it quicker and get even sicker.
I can open any safe.
Without being caught?
Sure.
That's what I thought you could.
Anything you can sing, I can sing longer.
I can hold any note longer than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No,
yes,
you
I...
Yes, you can.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So glad you are here. So glad you could make it. Welcome, welcome. Come in, come sit. This is going to be great for you. Come sit. Welcome, brothers. Welcome.
Guys and Dolls, 1950.
Is everybody here? Where's Nathan Detroit? Present.
Frank Loesser's comedy of the underbelly of New York City.
Won't you gentlemen sit down? Sit down, all of you.
Since Sky was required to depart for Points West tonight, I have been Major Domo in his place. Anyone who does not conduct himself according to oil will answer the Sky Masters in personally, and that means in person. So remember that, you guys. Good day.
Gentlemen, we are honored tonight. This meeting will be conducted by the head of our organization, myself, General Cartwright. Oh. It is so wonderful to see our mission graced by the presence of so many evil-looking sinners. Who would like to start the ball rolling by giving testimony? Hey, Betty, give testimony.
Hey, I ain't no stool pigeon,
Oh,
all right?
come, brothers. I know it is difficult, but let one of you give testimony to the sin that is in his heart. Hey, Betty, tell him what a bum you are. Come on.
Okay, so I used to be a bad guy and a gambler, but I ain't gonna do that no more. So thank you.
There. Don't you feel better now?
I'm all right.
Anybody else? No, what about you?
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, I used to be bad when I was a kid, but I have since gone straight, as I can prove by my record. 33 arrests and no convictions.
Hey, that's how you get 'em. That's how you get 'em.
anybody else?
From Brother Nicely Johnson, Brother Nicely Johnson.
Hey, get up, you fat water buffalo.
Well, it happened to me kind of funny. Like a dream. That's it, a dream.
Tell us, in your own words.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along. And there I stood, and I hollered, someone fade me. But the passengers, they knew right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist. And there I stood, nicely passing out the whiskey. But the passengers were bound to resist. For the people all said, beware, you're on a heavenly trip. People all said, beware, you'll scuttle the ship. And the devil will drag you under by the fancy time and your wicked throat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank and I hollered, someone save me! That's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord. And I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under with a soul of heaven. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down.
Writers and composers start creating shows specifically for celebrities in the 1950s. Rodgers and Hammerstein debut The King and I for movie star Gertrude Lawrence. She stars as Anna, the English governess who travels to Siam to teach the king's children. Yul Brynner, a white actor in yellowface, plays the role of the king. Theaters will later reclaim The King and I as a tool of cultural significance.
Your Majesty, I don't think I could ever make it clear to you. We do not look on women as just human females. They are... Well, take yourself, for instance. You are not just a human male.
I am king.
Exactly. So every man is a king and every woman is a queen when they love one another.
Well, this is a sickly idea.
It is a beautiful idea, Your Majesty. We are brought up with it, of course. And a young girl at her first dance.
Young girl, they dance too, like I see tonight in the arms of men, not their husband?
Why, yes.
No, I would not allow it.
It's very exciting when you're young. And you're sitting on a small gilt chair, eyes cast down, terrified that you'll be a wallflower. Then suddenly you see two black shoes, a white waistcoat, a face, and it speaks.
We've just been introduced. I do not know you well, but when the music started, something drew me to your side. So many men and girls are in each other's arms. It made me think we might be similarly occupied. Shall we dance on a bright cloud of music? Shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Or perchance when the last Shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding that these kinds of things can happen. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
That's pretty. Go on, go on.
Your Majesty, I didn't realize I was. After all, in my country, a girl would not dance while a man was looking on.
Well, they don't dance with a strange man, holding hands, etc., etc.
But yes, and not always strange men, sometimes a very good friend.
Very good then. We dance together. You teach, you teach.
It's very simple to polka. It goes 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1.
Shall we dance? On the bright cloud of music, shall we fly? Shall we dance? Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? Or perchance, when the last little star has left the sky, shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding that these kinds of things can happen. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
That's splendid, Your Majesty.
No, it's not like I saw Europeans dancing tonight.
Yes, it was. It was just like that.
Oh, we're not holding two hands like this.
Oh, no, as a matter of fact.
It was like this. No?
Yes.
Bed, I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, I couldn't sleep tonight. Not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced all night.
Romance. My Fair Lady is known for its love songs, which coincidentally never mention the word love. Because romance isn't everything, is it? After all, look at Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. The greatest romance in English literature was unable to stop the bloodshed and hate shared between two families. A feud so foul and so disastrous that it inspired operas, ballets, and, of course, a musical. West Side Story combines the talents of Leonard Bernstein, Jerome Robbins, and two young upstarts, Arthur Lawrence and Stephen Sondheim. Their musical takes the tragedy of Romeo and Juliet from Verona and brings it to the streets of New York. The feud is now between New York natives and Puerto Rican immigrants. The story is told through music composed by Bernstein and dialogue written by Lawrence, but dance is what makes West Side Story an icon.
Look, hey, are they coming?
Unwind
What do you
action.
think they're gonna ask for?
Cool little man, easy, freezy, cool.
They're coming any minute now.
Chum chum!
Over you.
Cool. Now listen. When the victims come in, you chicks check out.
We might. Then again, we might not.
This ain't kid stuff, Velma.
I ain't kids.
What are we fooling around with dumb broads?
I ain't dumb.
We got important business coming.
Making trouble for the Puerto Ricans.
They make trouble for us.
We gotta stand up to the PRs, it's important.
Fighting over a little piece of street is so important.
Who us it is?
To hoodlums it is.
Don't you call me a hunter!
Easy action, save your steam for the rumble.
That's where the next creeper calls me a hunter!
Do that! Yeah. Now you better dig this and dig it the most. No matter who or what is eating you, you show it, buddy boys, and you are dead. You are cutting a hole in yourself for them to stick in a red-hot umbrella and open it wide. You want to live. You playing cool.
I want to get even.
Get cool.
I want to
Bust cool. Go.
Boy, boy, crazy boy, get cool, boy. Got a rocket in your pocket. Keep coolly cool, boy. Don't get hot, 'cause man, you got some high times ahead. Take it slow, daddy-o. You could live it up or die in bed. Boy, boy, crazy boy. Stay loose, boy. Grease it, buzz it, easy does it. Turn off the juice, boy. Go, man, go, but not like a yo-yo schoolboy. Just play it cool, boy. Real cool.
Easy action. Cool it, A-Rap.
Crazy boy, stay loose, boy. Grease it, buzz it, easy does it. Turn off the juice, boy.
Just play it cool, boy. Real cool.
Okay. Let's go. Pow.
Are you overwhelmed? We're just getting started. Broadway is a machine by this point, and with the dimming of the golden age, audiences crave melodramatic realism. Gypsy satisfies that craving in 1959. Based on the memoirs of performer Gypsy Rose Lee, Jules Stein and Stephen Sondheim find their muse in her ambitious mother, Ethel Merman Rose.
I had a dream about you, baby. It's gonna come true, baby. They think that we're through, but baby, you'll be swell, you'll be great. Gonna have the whole world on a play. Starting here, starting now. Honey, everything's coming up roses. Clear the decks, clear the tracks. You've got nothing to do but relax. Blow a kiss, take a bow. Honey, everything's coming up roses. Now's your inning. Stand the world on its ass, and it's spinning. That'll be just the beginning. Curtain up like the lights. You got nothing to hit but the heights. You'll be swell, you'll be great. I can tell just to hate that lucky star I talk about is now. Honey, everything's coming up roses for me and for you. You can do it. All you need is a hand. We can do it. Mama is gonna see to it. Curtain up like the lights. You'll have nothing to hit but the heights. I can tell, wait and see. There's the bell, follow me. And nothing's gonna stop us till we're done. Everything's coming up roses and daffodils. Everything's coming up sunshine and Santa Claus. Everything's gonna be bright lights and lollipops. Everything's coming up roses for me and for you.
The more universal qualities a play has, the longer it stays in the hearts and minds of audiences. Look at Sophocles, Shakespeare, the days of our lives. Many of these playwrights take their stories from even older sources, and it is in those adaptations that we find the threads that connect us all. Love, revenge, heartbreak. So, The Fantastics, a story of romance divided by a literal wall, opens in 1960 at the Sullivan Street Playhouse, and it is hardly surprising that it will continue to be one of the longest-running shows in American history.
Hear how the wind begins to whisper. See how the leaves go streaming by. Smell how the velvet rain is falling out where the fields are warm and dry. Now is the time to run inside and stay. Now is the time to find a hideaway where we can stay.
Soon it's gonna rain, I can see it. Soon it's gonna rain, I can tell. Soon it's gonna rain, what are we gonna do? Soon it's gonna rain, I can soon it's gonna rain, I can tell. Soon it's gonna rain. What'll we do with you? We'll find 4 limbs of a tree, we'll build 4 walls and a floor, we'll bind it over with leaves and duck inside to stay. Then we'll let it rain, we'll not feel it. Then we'll let it rain, rain pell-mell, and we'll not complain if it never stops at all. We'll live and love within our own 4 walls.
Would you like for me to show you around the castle?
Oh, yes, please.
The lookout tower, and the throne, and this, the family pride and joy, the ballroom.
Oh my, how grand.
Princess,
Your Highness.
We'll find 4 limbs of a tree, we'll build 4 walls and a floor, we'll bind it over with leaves and run inside to stay.
it's gonna rain.
Oh, run inside to
Soon
stay.
it's gonna rain.
For soon it's gonna rain. I can see it, I can feel it. Run inside. And then we'll let it rain.
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 And we'll not complain
Happy ending.
if it never stops at
Then
all.
we'll let it rain. Why complain? We'll live and love within our walls.
Happily we'll live and love, no cares at all.
Happily we'll live and love within our castle walls.
Sometimes family is all that you have against a cruel world. Fiddler on the Roof opens on Broadway in 1964, and it will play to 900 sellout shows. That's 26 months. It hits a nerve with theater goers. At its core, through all its talk of politics, religious practices, and marriage, at the heart of it is another story of love, heartbreak, and tradition.
Dear God! Was that necessary? Did you have to make him lame just before the Sabbath? It's enough you pick on me, bless me with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. It's all right. But what have you got against my horse? You know, sometimes I think when things get too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what kind of mischief we can play on my good friend Tevye today.
Yes, so you're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Why are you late today?
His foot went lame.
Well, hurry up, the sun won't wait, and I have something important to tell you.
I still have deliveries in the village.
You'll be late for Sabbath.
I won't be late.
You'll be late.
I won't be late. I won't be late. If you stop talking, I won't be late.
You can die from such a man.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and ye shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. But I'm not complaining. After all, it's thanks to you I'm starving to death. So, God, you have made many, many poor people. And while I know it is no great shame to be poor, it is no great honor either. So would it have really been so terrible if I had had a small fortune?
If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty rich, diddle man, I see my wife, my gold, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to a heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oi, what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants day and night. My breadwinner! The most important men in town will come to fawn on me. They will ask me to advise them, like a Solomon the Wise. If you please, Reptavia, pardon me, Reptavia, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray, and maybe have a seat by the eastern wall. And I'd discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day. That would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man?
Humanity has not changed so much over the years. The need to love one another, the injustice of prejudice, these still bear down on us as we grow and shift as Americans. However, it does not always take looking back in time to find stories that pull our heartstrings. Produced in 1966, Sweet Charity is the pulse of the 60s. It's sexy, it's female, and it's calling out the world for what it is.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender, about a few laughs? I could show you a good time. Do you wanna have fun, fun, fun? How about a few fun laughs? I could show you laughs, good time, good time, fun laughs, good time. Hey, big spender! Hey, big spender! The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender. Good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender! Hey, big spender! Hey, big spender! Spend a little time with me. Fun laughs, good time. Fun laughs, good time. Fun laughs, good time.
How about it, Palsy?
She asked me why I'm just a hairy guy. I'm hairy noon and night. Hair, that's a fright. I'm hairy high and low. Don't ask me why. Don't know. It's not for lack of bread, like the Grateful Dead, darling.
Hair, 1968.
Give me a head with hair, long, beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, steaming, flaxen, waxing. Give me down to there, hair, shoulder length goes longer. Here, baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy, hair. Flow it, you show it, along as God can grow it. My hair, let it fly in the breeze and get caught in the trees. We go home to the fleas in my hair. Oh, a home for fleas, a hive for bees, a nest for birds. There ain't no words for the beauty, the splendor, the wonder of my hair. Blow it, you show it, along as God can grow it. My hair, I want it long, straight, curly, fuzzy, snagging, shaggy, ratsy, matsy, oily, greasy, fleecy, shining, gleaming, steaming, flaxen, waxing, knotted, polka dotted, twisted, beaded, braided, powder, flowered, and confetti, wrangled, tangled, spangled, and spaghetti. Oh, say, can you see my eyes? If you can, then my hair's too short. Down to here, down to there. I want hair down to where it stops by itself. They'll be gaga at the go-go when they see me in my toga made of blonde, brilliant teen biblical hair. My hair like Jesus wore it, hallelujah, I adore it, hallelujah, Mary loved the Son. Why don't my mother love me? Hair, blow it, show it, as long as God can grow it. My hair, blow it, show it, as long as God can grow it. My hair, blow it,
When we see a musical, we often ask for a story. We want that story to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, but does it have to be in that order? Stephen Sondheim says otherwise. He turns those desires on their head in his musical company. It's one of the first non-linear musicals, also known as a concept musical. And his concept focuses on a guy named Bobby, the epitome of a bachelor living in New York City who just can't seem to tie the knot.
This is fascinating, Kathy. Really exciting.
You are awful.
No, come here a lot. Terrific. Maybe next time we can go watch a haircut or something.
Not fair. There's a big party going on. I talked you to come here with me.
Oh, I'm sorry, party? What party? Oh, that party. You know, I almost forgot, but hey, maybe we can still make it.
Robert, try to enjoy this. Imagine being in a tiny, quiet pocket of a park right here in the middle of the busy, noisy East 50s. A park that's simple and pretty. That waterfall on the wall that always makes me ache to be back at the Cape.
You're some piece of work, lady.
What I am is like this park here, out of place.
You are like this park. Very lovely. Very.
I used to dream I'd come to New York, have 2 terrific affairs, and then get married. I always knew I was meant to be a wife.
You want to get married? Well, then why did you never ask me?
You want to marry me?
I did. I did in the beginning, but I just never thought you would. So
I would. I never understood why you never asked.
So you wanted to marry me, and I wanted to marry you. Well, then, how did we ever end up such good friends?
Robert, I never let you know what a good man I think you are and how much you've meant. Robert, I brought you here because I wanted to tell you alone. I'm moving back up to Cape Cod. I'm getting married.
Married?
Some people still get married.
Yeah, but what, did you just suddenly fall in love or something?
I'll be a good wife. I want real things now. A husband, a family. I don't want to keep running around the city like I'm having a life.
No, see, the problem is you want too little, right? And that's the hardest thing in this world to get. So thank you, Kathy, for your park.
You're welcome. But see, it and I, we just don't fit. I think there's a time to come to New York and a time to leave. Enjoy your party.
Another 100 people just got off of the train and came up through the ground, while another 100 people just got off of the bus and are looking around at another 100 people who got off of the plane and are looking at us who got off of the train and the plane and the bus maybe yesterday. It's a city of strangers. Some come to work, some to play. A city of strangers. Some come to stare, some to stay. And every day some go away, where they find each other in the crowded streets and the guarded parks, by the rusty fountains and the dusty trees with the battered barks. And they walk together past the postered walls with the crude remarks. And they meet at parties through the friends of friends that they never know. Will you pick me up or do I meet you there, or shall we let it go? Did you get my message? 'Cause I looked in vain. Can we see each other Tuesday if it doesn't rain? Look, I'll call you in the morning or my service will explain. And another 100 people just got off of the train.
You want to know why I came to New York? I came because New York is the center of the world, and that's where I want to be. You know what the pulse of the city is?
A busy signal.
No, the pulse of the city, kiddo, is me. This city is for the me's of the world. People want to be right in the heart of it. I am like the soul of New York.
Well, how about that?
See, smart remarks do not a person make. How many Puerto Ricans do you know?
There's a guy at work.
Yeah, and how many blacks?
I only seem to meet people like myself.
God, talk about pathetic. Gays, Arabs, Jews, Hispanics, street people, all my closest, my best friends. Listen, I don't just pass people on the street, okay? I stop and I know them. In this city, every son of a bitch I meet is my new best friend. Oh, I'll go uptown, like to the dentist or something, and suddenly I swear I want to cry because I think to myself, oh my God, I'm uptown. And 14th Street. I mean, I don't know why anyone talks about any place else because that is the center of the universe.
14th Street.
That's humanity. 14th Street. That's everything. And if you don't like it there, they got every subway you can name to take you where you like it better.
Thank God for 14th Street.
This city. I kiss the ground of it. Someday, you know what I want to do? I want to get all dressed up in black. Black dress, black hat, black heels, all black everything. And I want to go to some bar. And I want to sit at the end of the counter and drink and cry. That's my idea of honest to God sophistication. I mean, that's New York. You always make me feel like I got the next line. What is it with you?
Sorry, I never met anybody like you before.
Me neither! You know what this city is? Where a person can really feel it? It's in a person's ass. If you're really part of this city, relaxed, cool, in the flow of it, your ass is like this. But if you're living here, running around all uptight, not really part of the city, your ass is like this.
I hesitate to ask. Fascinating theory, fascinating. And at this moment, extraordinarily accurate.
Another 100 people just got off of the train and came up through the ground wall. Another 100 people just got off of the bus and are looking around at another 100 people who got off of the plane and are looking at us who got off of the train and the plane and the bus maybe yesterday. It's a city of strangers. Some come to work, some to play. A city of strangers. Some come to stare, some to stay. And every day, the ones who stay can find each other in the crowded streets and the guarded parks, by the rusty fountains and the dusty trees with the battered barks. And they walk together past the postered walls with the crude remarks. And they meet at parties through the friends of friends that they never know. Will you pick me up or do I meet you there, or shall we let it go? Did you get my message? Cause I looked in vain. Can we see each other Tuesday if it doesn't rain? Look, I'll call you in the morning or my service will explain. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. And another 100 people just got off of the train. Another 100 people just got off of the train.
Musicals like Hair, Sweet Charity, and Company encapsulate what it means to live in those particular places at those particular times for those particular people. But the longer a story lasts, the greater its impact holds throughout time. For nearly 2,000 years, the story of a young man who tried to save the poor and show light to others has permeated Western culture, its politics, and its society at large. In 1971, Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice take on the story of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It makes sense that they would try to immerse their story in the 20th century, and what says the 20th century like a rock opera?
Try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you. Oh, don't you feel everything's alright? Yes, everything's fine. And we want you to sleep well tonight. Let the world turn without you tonight. If we try, we'll get by, so forget all about us tonight. Everything's alright, yes, everything's alright, yes. Sleep and I shall soothe you, calm you, and anoint you, myrrh for your hot forehead. Then you'll feel everything's alright, yes, everything's fine. And it's cool and the ointment's sweet for the fire in your head and feet. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing tonight. Everything's alright, yes, everything's alright, yes.
Surely you're not saying we have the resources to save the poor from their lot. There will be poor always pathetically struggling. Look at the good things you've got. Think while you still have me, move while you still see me. You'll be lost, you'll be so, so sorry when I'm gone.
Sleep and I shall soothe you, calm you, and anoint you, myrrh for your hot forehead. Oh, then you'll feel everything's alright, yes, everything's fine. And it's cool and the ointment's sweet for the fire in your head and feet. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing tonight. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing tonight. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing tonight. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing. Close your eyes and relax, think of nothing tonight. I shall marry the miller's son. Pin my hat on a nice piece of property. Friday nights for a bit of fun. We'll go dancing. Meanwhile,
1973, Stephen Sondheim's A Little Night Music, called A Celebration in 3/4 time.
it's a wink and a wiggle and a giggle in the grass, and I'll trip the light fandango, a pinch and a diddle in the middle of what passes by. It's a very short way from the pinch and the punch to the punch and the pouch and the pension. It's a very short way to the 10,000th lunge and the belch and the grouch and the sigh. In the meanwhile, there are mouths to be kissed before mouths to be fed, and a lot in between in the meanwhile. And a girl ought to celebrate what passes by, or I shall marry the Prince of Wales. Pearls and servants and dressing for festivals. Friday nights with him all entails. We'll have dancing. Meanwhile, it's a rip and a rustle and a bustle in the hay, and I'll pitch the quick fantastic with flings of confetti in my petticoats way up high. It's It's a very short way from the fling that's for fun to thigh pressing under the table. It's a very short way till you're stuck with just one, or it has to be done on the sly. In the meanwhile, there are mouths to be kissed before mouths to be fed. And there's many a tryst and there's many a bed. There's a lot I'll have missed, but I'll not have been dead when I die. And a person should celebrate everything passing by. And I shall marry the miller's son.
No musical can reach Broadway without a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck. Stephen Schwartz is 23 when he strikes gold with his musical Godspell. Luck is often the thing that we as actors, dancers, and singers rely on because you can have skill and you can go through every razzle-dazzle, but if they don't like you, the director, the producer, the production team, well then you may as well be dead. Excuse me, I just experienced a brief moment of existential despair. All right, everyone up, let's go. 1975, a chorus line from the top. A 5, 6, 7, 8.
How many boys, how many girls, how many people does he? I really need this job. Please God, I need this job. I've got to get this job. But I really blew it. I really blew it. How could I do a thing like that? Now I'll never make it. I'll never make it. He doesn't like the way I look. He doesn't like the way I dance. He doesn't like the way I...
I'll need your headshots and resumes, please.
What's coming next? I can't imagine what he wants. I can't imagine what he's got. I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I've come this far, but even so, it could be yes, it could be no. How many people does he? I really need this job. Please God, I need this job. I've got to get this
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Never very much longer. I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time war, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void
jump to the left. You put your hands on your hips.
But it's the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
It's so dreamy, a fantasy for Amy. So you can't see me, not at all. In another dimension, with voyeuristic intentions, well secluded, I see you. With a bit of a mind flip, you're there in the time slip, and nothing will ever be the same. Spaced out on sensation, like you're under sedation.
Let's do the time warp again.
Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left. You put your hands on your hips.
And bring your knees in tight. What is the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane? Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left.
And then a step to the right.
Put your hands.
On your hips.
And bring your knees in nice and tight.
That's when you thrust.
Let's do the time warp again.
It's just a jump to the left.
And then a step to the right.
You put your hands on your hips.
And bring your knees in tight. What is the pelvic thrust that really drives you insane? Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
All right. Let's put all our romantic notions from Act 1 aside. This is the late 70s, post-Vietnam America, and it's time to recalibrate our moral compass. Out of this eclectical confusion emerges new, complex characters who captivate the Broadway stage. We question our main characters and don't know who to cheer for anymore. In 1978, writers Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice introduced a bright, new, beautiful character straight from balmy Argentina named Eva Perón. But this beauty has a dark side, and as she rises above her unfortunate beginnings, she milks any connection, burns any bridge, stabs any back to achieve stardom. She will do anything to succeed.
What's new, Buenos Aires? I'm new. I've got to say, I'm just a little stuck on you. You be on me too. I get out here, Buenos Aires. Stand back. You ought to know what you're gonna get in me. Just a little touch of stock quality. Fill me up with your heat, with your noise, with your nerve, overdo me. Let me dance to your beat, big and loud, let it hurt running through me. Don't hold back, you are certain to impress. Tell the driver this is where I'm staying. Hello, Buenos Aires. Get this, just look at me dressed up somewhere to go. We'll put on a show. Take me into your flood, give me light, give me speed, set me humming. Shoot me up with your blood, wind me up with your night, watch me coming. All I want is a whole lot of excess. Tell the singer this is where I'm playing. a trap, you're a trick, you will shine to the death, you are shoddy. But your flesh, you are meat, you shall have every breath in my body. Put me down for a lifetime of success. Give me credit, I'll find ways of paying. Rio de la Plata, Florida, Corrientes, 9 de Julio, all I want to know. Stand back, Buenos Aires, because you ought to know what you're gonna get in me. Just a little touch of, just a little touch of, just a little touch of star quality.
The growing complexities of characters on the Broadway stage force us to re-examine our own philosophies. While these complicated protagonists may be committing massive crimes, they often come from places we all understand. When a barber is wrongly sent away to prison, we all understand when he returns with a thirst for revenge. We begin to question his actions when his need for revenge turns into a hunger for human flesh.
Out, I say, out! I had him, and then I had him. His throat was bare beneath my hand.
Now, dear, don't fret.
No, I had him. His throat was there, and he'll never come again.
Hush, love, hush. I keep telling you.
When?
What's your rush?
Why did I wait? You told me to wait. Now he'll never come again. There's a hole in the world like a great black pit, and it's filled with people who are filled with shit, and the vermin of the world inhabit it. But not for long. They all deserve to die. Tell you why, Mrs. Lovett, tell you why. Because in all of the whole human race, Mrs. Lovett, there are two kinds of men and only two. There's the one staying put in his proper place, and the one with his foot in the other one's face. Look at me, Mrs. Lovett, look at you. No, we all deserve to die. Even you, Mrs. Lovett, even I. Because the lives the wicked should be made brave, for the rest of us death will be relief. We all deserve to die, and I'll never see Joanna. No, I'll never hug my girl to me. Finished. All right, you sir, how about a shave? Come and visit your good friend Sweeney. You, sir, too, sir, welcome to the grave. I will have vengeance. I will have salvation. Who, sir? You, sir? No one's in the chair. Come on, come on! Sweeney's waiting. I want you leaders. You, sir. Anybody? Gentlemen, now don't be shy. Not one man. No, not 10 men. Nor 100 can assuage me. I will have you. And I will get him back, even as he gloats. In the meantime, I'll practice on less honorable throats. And my Lucy lies in ashes, and I'll never see my girl again. But the work waits. I'm alive at last, and I'm full of joy.
Alarm goes off at 7, and you start uptown.
1982, Little Shop of Horrors.
When you go
Downtown, where the folks are broke. Downtown, where your life's a joke. Downtown, where you buy your token, you go home to Skid Row. Home to Skid Row.
that's when you go
Downtown, where the guys are drips. Downtown, where they rip your slips. Downtown, where relationships are no go. Down on Skid Row. 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 Down on Skid Row.
Poor. All my life I've always been poor. I keep asking God what I'm for, and he tells me, gee, I'm not sure. Sweep that floor, kid, oh! I spent my life as an orphan, a child on the street, here on Skid Row. He took me in, gave me shelter, a bed, crust of bread, and a job. Treats me like dirt, calls me a slob, which I am. So I live.
Downtown.
That's your home address, you live.
Downtown.
Where your life's a mess, you live.
Downtown.
Where depression's just status quo.
Down on Skid Row.
Someone show me a way to get out of here. 'Cause I constantly pray I'll get out of here. Please won't somebody say I'll get out of here. Someone give me my shot or I'll rot here. Show me how and I will, I'll get out of here. I'll start climbing uphill to get out of here. Please won't somebody say I'll get out of here. Someone tell Lady Luck that I'm stuck here.
It sure would be swell to get out of here. Take the bottom from well and get out of here. I'd move heaven and hell to get out of Skid. I don't know what to get out of Skid, but a hell of a lot to get out of Skid. People tell me there's not a way out of Skid, but believe me, I gotta get out of Skid Row.
Naming of cats is a difficult matter. It isn't just one of your holiday games. You may think at first I'm as bad as a hatter when I tell you a cat has 3 different names.
And that's enough of that. No! Bad! Bad cat! Shoot! Shoot! Bad! The narrative of Les Miserables is as complex as the characters it features. It is a massive undertaking, both as a technical and theatrical feat. It covers France's most troublesome historical period, focusing on the June Rebellion. To bring this complicated story to Broadway, it requires bold, tragic characters who encapsulate the struggles of the time.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. And I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no summons sung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are dreams that cannot be, and there are storms we cannot weather. I had a dream my life would be so different from this hell I'm living, so different now from what it seemed. Now light has killed the dream I dreamed.
Even if a story isn't based on real events, it can still tackle real problems. Into the Woods uses witches, castles, and princes to tell its story, but the characters don't always fulfill their happily ever afters the way we think they would.
81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 8. Hello, sir.
Hello.
87, 8. You must have come to slay the giant.
Yes.
Have you come upon the giant yet?
No.
I have.
You have.
Yes.
And why are you roaming alone in the woods?
I came with my husband. It's a long story.
Your husband would let you roam alone in the woods?
No, actually, it was my choice.
Your choice. How brave.
Brave?
Oh, yes. You see, anything can happen in the woods. May I kiss you? I must leave you now.
Why?
Oh, the giant.
The giant. I had almost forgotten. Will we find each other in the woods again?
This was just a moment in the woods. Now I must slay the giant. That is what the next moment holds for me. Oh, but I won't forget you. How brave you are to be alone in the woods, and how alive you've made me feel.
What was that?
Was that me? Was that him? Did a prince really kiss me? And kiss me, and kiss me? And did I kiss him back? Was it wrong? Am I mad? Is that all? Does he miss me? Was he suddenly getting bored with me? Wake up, stop dreaming, stop prancing about the woods. not beseeming. What is it about the woods? Back to life, back to sense, back to child, back to husband. No one lives in the woods. There are vows, there are ties, there are needs, there are standards, there are shouldn'ts and shoulds. Why not both instead? There's the answer if you're clever. Have a child for warmth and a baker for bread and a prince for whatever. Never! It's these woods. Face the facts, find the boy, join the group, stop the giant, just get out of these woods. Was that him? Yes, it was. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just a trick of the woods. Just a moment, one peculiar passing moment. Must it all be either less or more, either plain or grand? Is it always or is it never and? That's what woods are for those moments in the woods. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you'd never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment. Who can live in the woods? And to get what you wish only just for a moment, these are dangerous woods. Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment though. Just remembering you had an and when you're back to or makes the or mean more than it did before. And now I understand. And it's time to leave the woods.
1988, Phantom of the Opera is known.
The chandelier is super broke. Like it's mad broke.
It seems our chandelier is out of commission. Sorry about that. Phantom of the Opera is known for its contribution to the technical integrity of Broadway. This long-running production still uses props, set pieces, lighting, and sound from its opening in 1988. It is the epitome of grand and impressive. Rent never pretends to be either of those things, finding its voice from the typically voiceless in American society, the addicts, homosexuals, and the poor. Through rock music, Jonathan Larson borrows Puccini's La Boheme to tell a story about the struggles of people living in New York through the AIDS epidemic.
Dearly beloved, we gather here to say our goodbyes to La Vie. Days of inspiration, playing hooky, making something out of nothing. The need to express, to communicate, to going against the grain, going insane, going mad. To loving tension, no pension, to more than one dimension. To starving for attention, hating convention, hating pretension. Not to mention, of course, hating dear old mom and dad. To riding your bike midday past the three-piece suits. To fruits, to no absolutes, to absolute to choice, to the village voice, to any passing fad. We're being an us for once instead of a them. La vie bohème. To dance.
Kitty, I'm no family, boring locations, dark and perfect faces, egos, money, Hollywood, and fleas. Revolution, justice, screaming for solution, forcing change and risking danger, making noise and making free.
He among us without sin be the first to condemn. La vie bohème, la vie bohème. Anyone out of the mainstream? Is anyone in the mainstream? Anyone alive with a sex drive? Tear down the walls, aren't we all? The opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation. La vie bohème. Viva la vie bohème!
1997, The Lion King.
Night and the spirit of life calling Mamela, and a voice with the fear of a child answers, oh Mamela. Wait, there's no mountain too great. Hear these words and have faith. Oh, have faith. They live in you. They live in me. They're watching over everything we see, in every creature, in every star, in your reflection. They live in you. They live in you. They live in me. They're watching over everything we see, in every creature, in every star, in your reflection. They live in you.
Today, we think of Broadway as a megalith of success. For many, it is the goal, the dream, the chance to land among the stars. But Broadway's history is littered with ups and downs. In fact, it was in a huge slump until Disney came along with its elaborate, spectacular, and heartfelt productions starting with Beauty and the Beast and very soon after The Lion King. Mel Brooks soon seized upon this potential of Broadway success. The Producers is one of the most successful shows in theater history. It is about a failed Broadway producer who finds that his ticket to financial reward is nestled in the mind of a cowardly accountant. The Producers also brings a new kind of relationship to the forefront of American minds: friendship.
So you're an accountant, huh?
Yes, sir, I am, sir.
Well, do you know who I used to be?
Why, yes. You're Max Bialystock, the king of Broadway.
No, I'm Max Bialy. Yes, you're right.
May I say, Mr. Bialystock, you are not just a dirty old man.
Thank you.
You're a great Broadway producer. And there's something about me you should know. I had the good fortune when I was a kid to be taken to Bialy-Who's of 1942. I still have the ticket stub. And ever since, I've had a secret desire to be a Broadway producer.
A secret desire, huh? Well, kid, can I give you a bit of advice?
Yes.
Keep it a secret. Do the books. Do the books.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bialystock, may I speak to you for a minute?
Okay, 1 minute. Go.
In glancing at...
58 seconds. You wasted 2 seconds. You better hurry up.
Well, in glancing at your books...
48, 47, 46, 45, 26, 25. They always come here. How do they find me? What can I do for you?
You're gonna jump on me!
What?
You're gonna jump on me, Scorpion!
I'm not jumping on you. I'm not going to jump on you. Will you get a hold of yourself? What's the matter with you? I can see that. Here.
I'm wet! I'm wet and I'm hysterical! I'm in pain! I'm in pain! I want to die hysterical!
Oh, now you're making me hysterical. What can I do? What can I do?
Oh my God, will you frighten me? Sit down over there!
How's that?
That's good. That's good. I think I'm coming out of it now. Thank you for smiling. That helps a great deal.
Well, you know what they say. Smile and the world smiles with you. This man belongs in a straitjacket. Feeling better?
Yes, sir. I'm fine now. Thank you. May I speak to you? I've noticed a serious error in the accounts of your last show, Funny Boy.
Where? What?
Well, $2,000 unaccounted for isn't that much. I'm sure I could hide it somewhere. After all, the IRS isn't interested in a show that flopped. Now, let's see. If we add these deductions, we get... amazing. It's simply amazing, but under the right circumstances, a producer can make more money with a flop than he could with a hit. Yes, it's quite possible.
You say that, but you don't say how.
Well, it's simply a matter of creative accounting. Let's assume just for a moment that you are a dishonest man.
Assume away.
All right. When you produced your last show, Funny Boy, you raised $2,000 more than you needed. But you could have raised $1 million, put on your $100,000 flop, and kept the rest.
Got it! So, in order for our scheme to work, we have to find a surefire flop.
Our scheme? What scheme?
We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Me and you. We can do it. We can do it. We can make our dreams come true. Everything you ever wanted is just waiting to be had. Beautiful girls wearing nothing but pearls, caressing you, undressing you, and driving you mad. We can do it. We can do it. This is not the time to shirk. We can do it. You won't rue it. Say goodbye to Patty Clerk. Hi, producer. Yes, producer. I mean you, sir. Go berserk. We can do it. We can do it. And I know it's gonna work. So, what do you say, Bloom? What do I say? Finally a chance to be a Broadway producer. What do I say? Finally a chance to make my dreams come true, sir. What do I say? What do I say? Here's what I say to you, sir. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's not me. I'm a loser. I'm a coward. I'm a chicken. Don't you see? When it comes to wooing women, there's a few things that I lack. Beautiful girls wearing nothing but pearls, chasing me, embracing me, I'd have an attack! Why, you miserable, wretched, cowardly little caterpillar! Don't you want to become a butterfly? Don't you want to spread your wings and flap your way to glory? We can do it. Mr. Bialis, we can do it. Song, you've got me wrong. I'll say so long. I'm not as strong a person as you think. We can do it. Mr. Bialis, we can do it. Look, I'm not a drink champagne, not ginger ale. Come on, Leo. Can't you see? Oh, you see Rio, I see jail. We can do it. I can't do it. We can do it. I cannot do it because I know it's gonna fail. We can do it. We cannot fail.
"2003. It's wicked."
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are there, those who help us most grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you.
Because I knew you. I have been changed for good.
And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
Then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled
Like a ship blown from its moorings by a wind off the sea,
like a stream that meets
like
a
a seed
boulder
dropped by a
halfway
bird in
through
the
wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you,
because I knew you.
because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Help the homeless! Help the homeless! Oh, hey, Princeton.
Hi, Nikki.
You look down in the dumps.
You could say that.
Yeah, I'm in the dumps too. I'm living there, in fact. Say, could you do something for me, buddy?
Like what?
Give me a quarter.
Not right now, Nikki.
Aw, come on. You know you want to. How about a dime?
I need a moment to myself, okay?
You know what? You need to stop thinking about yourself. Try helping someone else for a change. Like me. Come on, Princeton. Give me a quarter.
I don't have any change.
Okay. Then give me $1.
That's not what I meant.
I needed to eat.
All right. Here you go. Whoa!
What's the matter?
I feel generous. I feel compassion. Helping other people makes me feel fantastic. All this time I was running around thinking about me. And look where that's gotten me. Now I'm going to do something for someone else.
Me?
No, Kate. I'm going to raise money to help her with that stupid monster school she always talks about.
Give me your money.
What?
I need it for Kate.
I needed to eat.
Come on, Nikki.
Oh, get lost.
It'll make you feel great.
So would a burger.
When her dreams come true, it'll all be partly thanks to you. So give me your money.
I'd like to, but I can't.
Give me your money.
I'd like to, but I need it.
Give me your money.
I'd like to, but I'm homeless. I can't. I need it. I'm homeless. I can't. I need it. I'm homeless. I can't.
Here we go. Thanks. Let's see what we have here. $1.25? We're going to need a lot more for that stupid monster school.
Looks like we're gonna have to ask more people.
Give us your money, all that you got. Just fork it on over,
Or some puppets will get shot.
it's time to pass the hat.
And there's nothing you can do about that.
Give us your money.
Give us your money,
Give us your money.
give us your money, give us your money. When you help others, you can't help helping yourself. When you help others, you can't help helping yourself. Every time you do good deeds, you're also serving your own needs. When you help others, you're really helping yourself. When you give to a worthy cause, you'll feel as jolly as Santa Claus. When you help others, you can't help helping yourself.
Communities are built upon the love and patronage everyone brings to them. As we've seen, love doesn't always mean romance. Love can be nurtured by lovers, friends, or communities. But that love can also be fractured. Heartbreak can be caused by a breakup, a death, or by the neglect of family members.
Miss Ostrovsky, please spell chimerical.
May I have a definition?
It means unreal, imaginary, visionary, highly unrealistic, wildly fanciful.
I wrote you a letter. How I found the spelling bee such fun. Mama, mama, mama. But you didn't react. And you never asked me if I'd join you in the Bombay sun. Mama, mama, mama. I had quietly packed. When are you returning? I know we agreed. Tell me what you're learning. Ma, I have this need. I think Dad is angry, Ma, and I do not know what to do. Mama, mama, mama. Shanti, Shanti, and I think he takes out on me what he wants to take out on you. Mama, mama, mama! How I wish you were home. How I wish you were home.
God, we love the way you grew.
Oh, I wish you were.
Since you
Oh, I
were
wish you were home.
Olive, we couldn't be prouder.
Please let me say it one
Oh,
time
I wish you
louder.
were home.
I love you. I love you. I love everything about you, dear.
And I swear,
Baby, it's true. I love you. I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Mama.
Everything about you, baby.
I swear.
Baby, it's true. I love.
Chimerical. Chimerical. Highly unrealistic. Wildly fanciful. I love you.
2006, Spring Awakening.
Well, your mother certainly is remarkable.
Yeah, until she catches her son reading Goethe.
I think she meant the story of Gretchen and her illegitimate child.
Yes, you see how everyone obsessively fixes on that story? It's as if the whole world were mesmerized by penis and vagina.
Well, I am. All the more so, I'm afraid, since reading your essay. Well, you wrote about the female. I just can't stop thinking about it. This part here. Is it true?
Absolutely.
Well, how can you understand that, Melky? What the woman must feel.
What? Giving yourself over to someone else? Defending yourself until finally you surrender and let heaven wash over you? I just put myself in her place and imagine.
Really? What it feels like for the woman.
Spring Awakening offers a candid perspective on the teenage plight of growing up.
Where I go, when I go there, no more memory anymore. Only men on distant ships, the women with them, swimming with them to shore.
Where I go, when I go there, no more whispering anymore. Only hymns upon your lips, broken wishes rising with them to shore.
Touch me just like that, in that, oh yeah, now that's heaven. Now that I like, God, that's so nice. Now lower down where the figs lie.
Billy, you have to admit, it truly is daunting with the two anatomies. I mean, how do I know if I...
Measure up.
Not that I'm saying I wouldn't want to, wouldn't ever
Hey,
have,
Moritz.
but I have to go!
Moritz, wait!
Touch me, touch me.
Where I go, when I go there.
broken wishes washing with them to shore. All silent.
Baby, just
Tell me, please, all is forgiven. Consume my wine, consume my mind. I'll tell you how, where I go inside. Touch me, oh, just try it. Now there, that's it. Oh God, that's heaven. Oh, I love you, right? We'll wander down where the seas cry. Oh, 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 hey. Oh, love me, yeah.
So, we're about to meet the fathers of revolutionary rap music. But before Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda broke out into the Broadway world with his homegrown musical, In the Heights. The characters are given a voice through hip-hop and rap to talk about their New York stories and their dreams to get out.
96,000. Damn. $96,000.
$96,000.
96,000.
Yo, somebody won.
96,000. Yo, if I won the lotto tomorrow, well, I know I wouldn't bother going on no spending spree. I'd pick a business school and pay the entrance fee. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll stay friends with me. I'll be a businessman richer than Nina's daddy. Donald Trump and I am the minx, and he's my caddy. My money's making money. I'm going from po to moto. Keep the bling. I want the brass ring like Frodo.
Imagine how it would feel going real slow down the highway of life with no regrets and no breaking your neck for respect or a paycheck. For real though, we'll take a break from the wheel and we'll throw the biggest block party everybody here. A weekend where we can breathe, take it easy.
Yo, Ma, it's me. Check my tickets.
96K, go!
If I win the lottery, you'll never see me again.
Damn, we only joking! Stay broke then!
I'll be downtown. Get a nice studio. Get out of the barrio. If I
Imagine how it would feel going real slow down the highway of life with no regrets and no breaking your neck for respect or a paycheck.
Yo,
For
it's
real
so
though,
easy.
take a break from the wheel and we throw the biggest block party everybody here. And no breaking your neck for respect or a paycheck. For real though, take a break from the wheel and we throw the biggest block party everybody here. A weekend where we can breathe, take it easy.
12, Kinky Boots.
Once I was afraid, but then you came along. You put your faith in me and I was challenged to be strong. When I lost my way, you were there to see me through. Now let Lola lend some love and do the same for you.
Be your fire to take you higher, to light you up like a live wire. Celebrate you, to elevate you when you struggle to stand. So take a helping hand. If you hit the dust, let me raise you up. When your bubble busts, let me raise you up. If your glitter rusts, let me raise you up. Raise you up. Raise you up. Raise you up. If you hit the dust, let me raise you up. When your bubble busts, let me raise you up. If your glitter rusts, let me raise you up. And I'll raise you up. Raise you up. If you hit the dust, let me raise you up. When your bubble busts, let me raise you up. If your glitter rusts, let me raise you up. And I'll raise you up. Raise you up. Raise you up. Just me. Raise you up. Raise you up.
We're the same, Charlie boy, you and me.
Just be who you wanna be. Never let 'em tell you who you wanna be. Just be with dignity. Celebrate your life triumphantly. You see, it's beautiful. You see, it's beautiful. Just be, it's beautiful. Just be, it's beautiful. You see, it's beautiful. Just be, it's beautiful. Just be.
Let me tell you what I wish I've known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Showboat in Oklahoma used song to tell a story. Music became the backbone of the Broadway stage. Company and Evita challenged American values. Characters and stories become as complex as the audiences watching them. Rent and Spring Awakening gave voice to the oppressed. Musicals become a vehicle for stories with contemporary consequences. In the Heights and Kinky Boots renewed the meaning of friendship. Broadway opens its doors as a sanctuary for love in all its forms.